Well, the tomato harvests are rolling in, and in some areas, it's almost done. I have been canning, freeze drying, dehydrating, and freezing tomatoes, and I love it. Tomatoes are a fabulous food for your health, and they're very versatile. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath. I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years. This plant particular hasn't been around like that, but we've known the nutrition of it for at least 100 years. Natural remedies are long-standing, and they work on humans, and they've stayed around with us because of the fact that they are valuable and they work. Tomatoes are ubiquitous in the American diet. They appear in sauces and salads and soups and a whole plethora of things. Their prevalence is good news. Tomatoes are healthful as well as tasty. They are grown across America and many parts of other areas in the world. I hope that you like this video. Give me a thumbs up and share with others. Give me a comment. I love hearing from you. If you subscribe and click on the little bell, you'll be notified each week when I do these presentations. And once a month, I do an in-depth class. This past in-depth class was, they're all very important. They're all about an hour long, and they tell you about how the body works, how the systems of the body work, and how you can be healthier. So if you've been watching my Health to Home and Preppy Herbalist class on Tuesdays, I've been focusing in the year 2021 on a single herb or food that has both culinary and health benefits. And tomatoes certainly fit into this category. Food is our medicine. And what we eat on a daily basis can either contribute to health or contribute to sickness. Some people enjoy tomatoes fresh, perhaps with a dash of salt, and some like to make jelly out of them. There are hundreds of varieties, from, like in this picture here, all the different colors from green to striped to red to dark, almost purple black. Some small and some humongous. So whatever it is that you like, I hope you are choosing some red, because the red tomato has something called lycopene in it. And we're going to talk a little bit more about lycopene in a few slides from now. But lycopene is intensified when the tomato is cooked. So I also enjoy cooking them down, making my own sauces. I've been busy for the last few weeks harvesting and saving up. If they're not ripe enough, I put them on a table. I let them ripen in the house, and it is amazing. Like within 24 hours, what was partly orange, partly red is all red the next day. So it doesn't take long for them to ripen. And the thing is that if I test it and it falls off in my hand, I know it's ready to be picked, whether it's bright red or not. I also enjoy, this year I grew yellow tomatoes. They are delicious. I love them on BLTs, and just, I enjoy tomatoes very much, and I hope you do too. Now, tomatoes are great for the cardiovascular system, and lycopene is a component of red tomatoes. Now, all the other tomatoes have beta carotenes that are good for them. Just like carrots have a beta carotene that is good for the eye and is a precursor to vitamin A. So it is a carotenoid designated by color. So tomatoes come in a variety of colors, and like I said, each one of them has their own health benefit. When you eat a fresh tomato, there's a certain amount of lycopene in it, but when you cook it, you condense and eliminate some of the water. So there is more lycopene in cooked tomatoes than in fresh tomatoes. But of course, the raw fresh tomato has other benefits. Consuming lycopene with fat increases its bioavailability. So olive oil on a salad with tomatoes, or how about a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches? Wouldn't that be, I mean, who needs a reason to have a BLT? But anyways, it's there. So oil helps us get the most from most nutrition from tomatoes. If you add avocado, that's an oil, and that can also help you metabolize the benefits of that tomato better. So more than 80% of our dietary lycopene intake in the US is derived from processed tomato products such as ketchup and spaghetti sauce and pizza sauce. And most of these can be made more nutritiously when you make them at home, because you're not adding things that you can't pronounce or chemicals to make it shelf stable. So I enjoy a YouTube friend called marysnest.com, and I'll link to it in the description below. But she has some wonderful ways. She has a way to make fermented ketchup that tastes just like store-bought ketchup, but you're getting the benefits of fermentation. And in a previous video, I've done the explaining on how fermentation is such a benefit to our body's health. So depending on the grocery store, to carry your food is more and more of a challenge. We have seen in the past year, the grocery store shelves were empty of certain things. And last year, more than half, or I would say, the interest in canning quadrupled. And we had a shortage of canning lids. We're seeing a shortage in jars. And so we know that people are getting more interested in doing home preparation. So having a variety of ways of preserving, not just freezing, but maybe purchasing a dehydrator and dehydrating some of your food is a good choice. I love to just cut a Roma tomato in quarters, put it on my dehydrator and let it go. The work is mostly done by the dehydrator. And when I come back in about 15 hours, all of the tomato is dried up. And I use skins and all. I pop that into a like a little blender bullet and make a powder out of it. And from this powder, I can make soup. I can add to spaghetti sauce to thicken it up. It is really wonderful nutrition, seeds, skins, and all. Another way, we invested in a home freeze dryer, and that has been a wonderful addition as well. So there are plenty of recipes. There's Facebook groups with freeze drying if that's something that you're interested in. It's amazing. This juicy fruit that you put into the freeze dryer comes out like styrofoam, but when you bite into it, it like pops with flavor. So it really maintains the flavor of the food even better than a dehydrator. And there's no loss of nutrition. Whereas in canning and freezing and dehydrating, there are certain percentages of nutrition that is lost in these processes. So It may surprise you that lycopene is good not only for cardiovascular support, but skin protection. In fact, there is research that was done that those people who ate tomato-based foods, a good part of their diet, were not as susceptible to skin burning as those who didn't. What an interesting study. But anyway, we know also that it protects the brain. It's a possible lower risk for cancer, and it supports prostate health. So lycopene, the most abundant carotenoid in tomatoes, exhibits significant antioxidant activity. So it's the antioxidant effect of the tomato that stops free radicals. Now, free radicals is like a fire, and it inflames tissues. And it is formed by sometimes the way we eat, sugars, even in cell death, it causes these free radicals to form. So numerous studies have also demonstrated lycopene's anti-cancer and chemoprotective effects against various cancers. In particular, high blood levels of lycopene have been associated with the prevention of prostate cancer. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have confirmed a direct correlation between lycopene and a decreased risk of prostate cancer. So that study is available on the internet. Their studies published in the journal of the National Cancer Institute have revealed that individuals with the highest dietary levels of lycopene are approximately 16 to 23% less likely to develop prostate cancer than those with the lowest levels. So cardiovascular and anti-cancer. If you didn't like tomatoes before, maybe you'll like them now. So now, there are some people that simply can't eat tomatoes. Even if you do the low acid, which is not the red, it's the yellow. There are some people that just don't like the taste of tomatoes. So in that case, if you want lycopene in your diet, there are two formulas I absolutely love, and this is a word from my sponsor, and men's formula is one of them. I have lots of male clients that are on men's formula that have seen some fabulous results. Now, what's in it is saw palmetto, and we know how healthy that is for the prostate and for the male reproductive system. Pumpkin seeds, pygeum bark extract, gotu kola, lycopene concentrate, stinging nettle. I did a class on stinging nettle not too long ago, and zinc. These are all things that men need for the health of the prostate and reproductive system. And those of us who have brains like brain products. So it has lecithin, ginkgo, lycopene, alpha lipoic acid, and Chinese club moss. And these have been shown to benefit strengthening the blood-brain barrier against things that can get in there and destroy brain cells. It helps with memory retention. It's an amazing product. I use this. I do a once a month, I change up and support different parts of the body. So sometimes I'll do breast health, sometimes I'll do brain health, sometimes I'll do lung health. So, and then sometimes I'll do a cleanse. And so each month I will cycle out to do different areas of the body. And then I have supplements that I take on a daily basis, like enzymes, a multivitamin, vitamin C, elderberry, those things I take on a daily basis to protect my body. So I hope that you share this video with your friends so that you can decide if it is right for you to try them. Please make sure you hit the like button and comment or subscribe, and please share. There are more and more people that need to know that the beautiful things that we need to support our body can be within reach. Some of it is grown in our grass. if you've watched some of my videos, weeds can be our friends. We know how to prepare them. Food like tomatoes are just a valuable source of nutrients and health supporting food. So let food be your medicine. Make sure that you're eating healthy things on a daily basis. Now, you're not going to be perfect. Nobody is. And that's where supplements come in hand. But if you do 80% good and 20% not so good, then you're going to be okay. So if you have any questions, you want to email me, Dr. Mary at bornforhealth.com. I'd love hearing from you. So get control of your health by focusing on herbs and healthy eating. Make this the best summer that you have ever had by incorporating these techniques daily. And be sure that you share these videos with your friends. Be thankful for the gifts of nature, the flowers, and all the joy around you. I want to thank you for viewing. Until next time, this is Dr. Mary for the Health of It